Ever since 2015, Spotify have been releasing their Wrapped series once every year, a showcase of your favourite artists, songs, genres and albums of a particular year. It gives you an idea of how you're doing in the world of music in terms of your watch time, the songs that mean the most to you, the songs that you listen to the most, the albums that you've grown on the most, the new artists that you've discovered, and the amount of new genres that you've also found. With the release of Spotify's 2020 Wrapped this morning, I thought it would be a good idea to show you all what my year was like in music. I'll be going over all the slides on this Spotify Wrapped, which do include the amount of artists I listened to this year, my favourite genres, my favourite artists, and my favourite songs. So without further ado, let's crack into Spotify Wrapped 2020. So we're going to kick off with the first slide, and that is I have discovered 9 new artists this year. These will probably range from collaborations with Gorillaz like Elton John, Schoolboy Q, Slaves, Slowthai, Octavian, and more. Even in 2020, I've still found ways to grow. I have also listened to 60 genres this year, including 22 new genres. I can't actually think what these new genres are. I've started listening to Poppy this year, so baby metal, I think that's what she's called, I think that's her genre. UK grime rap with Slowthai, Momentary Bliss maybe, I'm not too sure. I don't know, but 22 new genres and 60 in total. That's a good number, I think. How many genres have you listened to? Let me know. My top 5 genres of the year were: number 5, world. What the hell is world music? Can someone explain to me what world music is? I don't know what world music is. What? Number 4, electropop. I know it's a little bit better. I'd say the most electropop song that I listen to is probably Rhinestone Eyes by Gorillaz off of the Plastic Beach album. Number 3, punk. This will come under Green Day. A lot of the old Green Day music like Hitchin' a Ride, Welcome to Paradise, Basket Case and more. Number 2, rap. This would probably be more Skepta, more Schoolboy on How Far and Pac-Man. And number 1, modern rock. I didn't think this would actually be number 1, but modern rock is number 1. I guess you could say this is more Green Day as well, although I listen to more Gorillaz than Green Day, so I would have thought that they're more, the genres would be on top. But I guess modern rock, that will come under maybe their Uno album. I don't think that Father of All is a modern rock, it's more of a pop rock. So maybe even Revolution Radio could come under modern rock. I didn't think that this would be number 1 though, but hey, who am I to judge? It's my Spotify, so I guess I can judge. You know what I mean. Next slide. And now on to my top song of the year. One song helped me get through it all, through this crazy period that is 2020, and I can confirm to you that that song is Momentary Bliss by Gorillaz with Slowthai and Slaves. This honestly caught me by surprise. I didn't expect this song to be number 1 on my list, but I'll give you the reasons why right now, because I listened to this for the first time on February the 1st this year. So I've listened to it since the start of the year pretty much. My most streams in a day for this song was on March the 4th of this year, obviously, and my 100th stream was on June the 9th. So between February 1st and June the 9th, I listened to this song 100 times on Spotify, excluding any other sources of music, and my total streams for this song was 172 times this year on Spotify. And now on to my top 5 favourite songs of the year. Number 1, obviously, Momentary Bliss with Slowthai and Slaves, as we saw before. Number 2 was Aries by Gorillaz, featuring Peter Hook and Georgia, my favourite song of a Song Machine, as you saw in my listing the top 10 Song Machine song last week. Number 3 is Maryland by The Good, The Bad and The Queen. Now, I haven't spoken about these guys before. It is the lead singer of Gorillaz, Damon Albarn's 3rd band. It's more of a politically based band. I saw these guys live last year. I've seen every single artist on my top 5 live, even though there's only 2 of them. So yeah, Maryland is the lead song off of the album Maryland, which came out in 2018. Fantastic song, should give it a listen. Very political about Brexit, this song. Fantastic though. Number 4 is Friday the 13th featuring Octavian. And number 5 is Pac-Man featuring Schoolboy Q. So a heavily Gorillaz strong list. Okay, quiz time on the Spotify Wrapped. Compared to other listeners, which decade did I listen to the most? Was it the 2000s, the 1970s, the 1990s, or the 1980s? I'll give you a few seconds to guess what decade it was. If you said 2000s, you are correct. I listened to the 2000s more than any other decade this year, and my top song from this time was Feel Good Inc. by the Gorillaz. Quiz time, round dos. What was my favourite artist of the year? Was it Green Day? Was it Poppy? Was it The Good, The Bad and the Queen? Or was it Gorillaz? I'll give you a few seconds. If you said Gorillaz, you were correct. I mean, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? I listen to them all the time. I'm not like a stan or anything, I just love the music. It just resonates with me so well. He's my idol. I just love it. It's fantastic. Yeah, Gorillaz, number one. And just to add to that, I was in their top 0.05% of listeners this year. So, you know, I'm quite an avid listener. To be fair, that is actually quite a cool stat. That is quite a cool stat. I do like that. I'm gonna keep that screenshot. Next, I'm gonna let you lot guess this one. How many artists did I listen to this year? Did I listen to A, 93, B, 65, C, 102, or D, 50? The answer is A, 93 artists I have listened to this year. Be they collaborations or main artists, I have listened to a combined 93. That's quite good. I think that's more than I've listened to any other year. My music taste has really kind of blown this year. It's kind of like gone everywhere this year, and I'm quite happy about it because I love all this new music that I'm getting into. So 93 is a good number, I think. Let me know how many of you listened to, and have you got more than me or less than me? Let me know. And finally, my top 5 artists of the year. Number 5 is Slowthai. Now, I've only listened to one of his songs, really, that I've actually really gotten into either. That's Momentary Bliss with him and Slaves. So, I don't know why he's at number 5, but I'll take it. Number 4 is Poppy. I got into Poppy at the start of the year, January time actually, very early January. I listened to her I Disagree, Scary Mask, Feel the Crown, Anything Like Me. I'm into all them 4 songs quite heavily still, apart from I Disagree, which I'm not really into that one anymore. But she's a very good artist, quite underrated. I think she's been nominated for a Grammy recently as well, so maybe the underrated thing isn't actually going to stand for much longer. But hey, she's doing fantastic, she's doing her thing. I like her music, she's sick. Number 3 then, The Good, The Bad and the Queen, the band that I went to see in April live last year in Cardiff, Wales. Fantastic band. They're, like I said, very politically based. My mum only got me into them after she got me the tickets for them at Christmas 2018. And I'd heard of them, but I'd never listened to them. I listened to them at first and I was like, oh dear me, it's not the best, but they're a very good band. They are very unique beats. Every song is different, but you can kind of all mesh it into one. It does, it does hold its own very well. It kind of sticks together very well. So good band, worthy of my number 3 spot, because number 2 and 1 are my big 2. Number 2 then is Green Day, and I have been into these lot for a good few years. I think mainly since 2016. I've liked their music for nearly 10 years, but never really been into them. I think when Revolution Radio got released in September 2016-ish, I truly fell in love with them. I appreciated their music more than I ever had, and now I just listen to them casually, as much as Gorillaz. Not as much, but sometimes as much, if you get what I mean there. Speaking of Gorillaz, they're my number 1. I mean, they've been my number 1 every year for like 5 years now. There's no toppling these guys. They are my number 1. They probably always will be. I'm extremely excited about the next year if they release the Sun Machine Season 2, and they've got a live tour as well. So it's all very exciting times. Gorillaz my number 1. Was it ever in doubt? I don't think it was, but there we go. Gorillaz number 1. Always have been, always will be. There you go, there's my Spotify 2020 Wrapped right there. Look at my Spotify. Wow, Spotify. I've also listened to 13,550 minutes of music this year, which isn't too much compared to people I know. Some people I know have listened to over like 25,000, but I did listen to music on YouTube quite a lot, so that probably, rolls into it as well. But 13,500 minutes for someone who barely even listens to Spotify on their phone anymore, mainly on the PlayStation 1 gaming, is quite good. I think that's a good year, a very good year. 5 good artists, 5 worthy artists, apart from number 5 maybe. I haven't really listened to much of his music, apart from one song, but 5 worthy songs definitely as well. Good genre, good minutes listened. I'm happy with my Spotify Wrapped 2020. And that's going to be the video. I hope you enjoyed my Spotify Wrapped 2020 list. If you did, why don't leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you are new. We've just hit 1.2 thousand subscribers, so thank you ever so much for that. It's fantastic that we're still growing at such a fast and rapid rate. I love you all. You're fantastic people. Thank you for making my dream come true once again. So with that said, I have been BDF018. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.